Oh, so it begins. Need to get this girl leveled up. What do we need to upgrade? Well, we need... Actually, I need a two-hand weapon. So let's go weapons, two-hand swords. Something fairly cheap. Ah, the true silver champion. It's not a true silver champion is actually not bad. The stats aren't that great, but for what I would be using it for, it's actually interesting concept because I'm just popping it in to make my righteous proc better. Something that I need to test out. So for 19 gold, it's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but having a weapon that procs an internal was actually pretty good. Let's just do a bid. Negative Stormwind. Not even as good as no, it's got better block though. This one's not bad. The 3% block is sweet. 26 block, 3% block. It's actually not bad, but we're gonna hold off on that for now. Okay, we need this is what I want, but man, the prices on some of the really nice items so far on this server have just been crazy. That's just too expensive. Too rich for my blood. And chest we don't need. I think waist we don't need. Legs we don't really need, do we? 47, 48. I don't think gloves. No. We just replaced our bracers. Still need a cloak. That doesn't look good, man. Alright, fuck it. $50. I seriously need to... Oh, here, I need this for that quest. Why didn't it show up, though? Silk cloth 15 to 15. Okay. Turn that in. We still need that. Take the sign letter to store in an Iron Forge. Okay. Elite with the flux. We need this. And of course, we need that. We also need some mana drink, which I probably don't have. Do I really want this? Just delete it. I'm never going to use that. Never going to use that. So much crap in my inventory. I'm gonna pause the stream until I fix a few things, and I'll be right back. No, I'll let it go. I just didn't want to. Hold on a second. I just didn't really want to have to jump around all my characters here real quick, but can't be avoided, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. Why is it not letting me send this? Send. What the hell? Did you see that? Wouldn't let me send. Is the mailbox? You know what it is? I think I have so much stuff. Oh no, it just took a long time. Wow, that was like a really long delay. That was a really long delay. I use the mailbox so much to send stuff that I just constantly am running out of mailbox room. I'm gonna have to create another banker. It's actually gotten to that point. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. I had to help the girlfriend with some laundry. Anyways, we got lots of stuff here. I really need to see if I can get somebody to open up these log boxes as they're starting to pile up. Let's see if we can sell some of this stuff. And what else? We also need to send some of this money to Cute Faith. I'll send her like 8 gold. Oops, 8 gold. Not 85. I don't even have 85. I wish I had 85 gold. Alright, let's put up a few auctions. Yeah, I'm really starting to get a lot of these boxes that I need to have opened. We'll have to wait until somebody in the guild hopefully gets up high enough level that we can open them. Let's do the squid. This stuff always pretty much sells really well. So the Flay of Red Gill, it's like, it doesn't usually sell that well. 14 silver is like, nah. You know, whatever. If it sells, it sells. I mean, if people would actually, you know, people who need that kind of just regular old food, it's actually pretty usable. Wild Vine's going for about... I'm going to raise this up a little bit per item. It's 5 for 4 gold. Wild Vine sells really well generally. What else we got? Some... And we just hope that some of that stuff sells. Also the inlaid mithril cylinder. You know, sometimes this will sell. It's just a crapshoot on the inlaid mithril cylinder. A lot of times people don't put that in the auction house that much, and it's used for certain items that are pretty useful. Hey, what's up, Neon? Testicles is being... What are you talking about, dude? Testicles is being silly. I'm not sure what that means. I hope your testicles aren't being silly. Alright, we need to go to Faith. I'm trying to just get some of my auctions up. Also, I was doing some more... doing some more research on the Protection Paladin. And I found something out, which we're going to have to test out here in a minute. Yeah, let's do this. Testicles. You're a crazy guy, Neon. Crimson silk belts, green silken shoulders. This stuff is... silken thread is expensive. Anything else we can grab out of here? Yes. Really need to lighten the load in my mailbox. Lighten the load. My mailbox is getting way too full across all my characters. So, gloves of the old. Shit. Oh my God, it's really getting bad. The magic candle, you don't take candle. What are we looking at? 2 gold? Potato wielder. What's... He was a Greek warrior at the Battle of... This is my priest, Faith, who I've been neglecting as far as leveling, but what can you do? Two. Yeah, I've really been neglecting this character. I just need to get her enchanting and tailoring up. Right now, she's doing okay. I mean, she's 140 enchanting, so she's getting pretty close. Once I max her out in enchanting and tailoring, that's when I need to get her to level 35, so we can continue her progression. And let's check on my rogue is just currently a banker. My body parts dealer. This is just like housekeeping I got to do every time I play the game. There's just so much crap, you know. I have so much shit. Oh, she has nothing in the. She's got nothing right now. All right, she's all right. She is fine. What do you mean it's only a priest? I love priests. My favorite classes in the original game really were priest and hunter, and it wasn't until I started playing on private servers that I found out that I really enjoyed playing. I really enjoyed playing the Paladin. Drink. Look how expensive this shit costs, man. It's so expensive. But what can you do? No, that's okay, Nia. You don't need to fluff my pillows. Shit, I need to get Iron Forge. Yeah, we'll just fly screw it. It'll take a little bit longer, but that's alright. Don't feel like running all the way over the tram. To do that as well. And I need to turn that quest in. Still trying to clean up the quest log too. It's kind of a mess. Shit. The Dread Brothers. You need the Dread Brothers. Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube who runs a channel, and he does a lot of Paladin stuff, and he always comes up with really neat like theory crafting stuff where he's really trying to push the envelope as to what he can do. And he's got a thing where basically it's called spell bashing, I think. I don't know why they call it that, but basically when you cast, like when I swing a weapon, if it's gonna proc like the righteous proc, you know, seal the righteous, there's like a 0.4 second delay. So what he was able to find out that is if he had, like if I swung with this sword in a mob, swung with this hammer in a mob, you know, right when this swing finishes, if I weapon swap to like a two-hand weapon, that the actual proc, like the seal of righteous proc, since it's a 0.4 second delay, will calculate off the weapon that you have equipped at that moment in time that it actually is applied. So I can swing with my Viking Warhammer, do the white damage for the Viking Warhammer, switch to a two-hand weapon, and then get the Seal of Righteous damage based on the two-hand weapon. So you're basically going to be getting more damage. And to make it even a little bit better, if you... Where is this question mark, dude? I'm not seeing him. Oh, wait, there he is. See? He moves around. But to make it better, if you swap to a two-handed weapon that actually has a proc built in, it has a chance to proc the internal proc of that weapon. So the two-hand sword that I bid on has a chance to proc a bubble that protects me. So that's pretty cool. I can be doing my shield and sword, shield and hammer, swap to the two-hand weapon, you know, and see if let's see what this quest gives me. Name of the Light. Return to Searing Gorge and fulfill the request. Free his men. Okay, sounds good. A little slime goes a long way. Importance of Uldum. And there's a lot of like higher level quests in here. So it's an interesting concept, so it's something I'm going to try out, but I need to get a two-hand weapon first. I don't really like going to Ashar right yet. Let's wait till we're high level. That one's worth doing. Actually, Fellwood, I'm not too far away from Fellwood. Maybe maybe a level or two. Yeah, we're still too low for Fellwood. Turn left, turn left. Where is this guy? He always... Okay, I don't really know where that dwarf is. This happens to me every time. I've actually seen this before. Dwarven Justice, Dying Archaeologist. He's in the zone over, isn't he? No. Don't know where I do not know where this guy is. Guild Bank. I've done guild banks before. I'm gonna have to level up my my mace skill. Been a while since I used one, so we're gonna go with Crusader. Long way to go to level up this mace.
You were screwed.
I've kind of fallen behind on my leveling. I need to get going. The Reckoning. What am I missing here? Let's take a look at how high was my sword skill. Skills. Sword skill was 246. My mace is current. It's got a long way to go
You were screwed.
to catch up. Tempted to just go AoE some mobs down, but I do need to do the quest in here for the Onyxian attunement. But I'm just, the way my damage is coming out right now, it's so weak. Raw. I don't want to. Sometimes you can piggyback on the towers after somebody else goes through and clears them, but I don't see anybody else right now. Yes, there are only 3 mobs that spawn. But I'm pretty sure you can share it. I need to get this mace skill up. .4 attack speed. I can't even hit the guy. Look at this. It's crazy. I'm like, I can't even hit this guy.
Lovely.
Unbelievable. Oh, I need to get this skill up. I should have killed some lobies just to make skill up my mace real quick. It'll get there. It'll just take a while. Every time he does that little smoke thing, he's clearing off the Judgment Light off him. You notice that? It sucks. Watch. Judgment Light shouldn't drop at all as long as I'm hitting him. Maybe it's just 'cause I'm missing so much. Look at that miss. It's unbelievable.
You were screwed.
Unbelievable. How much I'm missing. Yeah, this is sad right now. I mean, right now, this is sad. I can't... Well, by skill, I just switched to this new mace. So the mace skill's like about 70 points too low right now. But man, I'm missing this guy like crazy. It's like... I'm missing him so much that my Judgment of Light keeps dropping. So, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's just sad. Whiff. Whiff. Look at that. Whiff. I just missed 3 times in a row. And I think he parried. 3 misses and a parry. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? Is it just because my skill is that low? That's ridiculous.
You were screwed.
I don't know why it's not showing my miss. I just turned it on. It's still not showing it. It's a bastard. Good lord. That is ridiculous. That was like a raid boss right there. Yeah, we're gonna go level our weapon skill somewhere else. That's too ridiculous. I really want to do... I'm trying to think. Level 49. Hold on a second. Let me think about this. Yeah, but I don't carry around a bunch of in gear with me. Leveling it's easy if you just hit some mobs at a little bit lower level. But yeah, even at that skill level, I'm surprised that I was missing that much. When I was missing like 3 in a row, and oh, that's why it wasn't showing. Fucking, I wish you could just delete incoming pet. Incoming player. Melee misses. And where the fuck is this guy? Because it's like he's inside the mountain here. I know I've done that quest before, so I'm forgetting something. Oh god. And it's not that the skilling's above, it's not the skilling's not really going up. I mean, it's going up pretty fast. You know, I mean, you can see, it's just, really, it just takes a few minutes. I mean, I'm already at, what, 186? We just have to get to about 250, so. And when I started, I was around, maybe, what, 140? Yeah, it's around 140. It'll get up there. You got 8 gear on you for dungeons because I don't have prot gear on me. Oh, okay. Is he in the slag pit? Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you. And you know, the last time I did that quest, which was probably like a good 6 to 8 months ago, I thought the same thing. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy? All right, cool. That's right. Hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I know where he's at. I know exactly where he's at. It just always freaks me out because you think, oh, he's right there. But actually, yeah, I was watching, what was his name? Let me pull up my Discord server real quick. There's a Paladin out there, and it's the same guy I talked to you guys about before, about doing Reckoning, where he's like, oh, use this macro, and you'll get like 6 Reckoning hits in 2 seconds or something, and whatever, and it doesn't really work that well, so but that's another story, but let me go to Faith's Corner. It's Rex Troy, and Rex Troy had an interesting video, and he talks about weapon twisting, is what he likes to call it. Yeah, Rextra, yeah. He talks about weapon twisting, but it's an interesting concept, and this definitely has more merit. Like, when he talks about the Reckoning, it's very hokey, it's very sit, stand. It's very hokey, and when you try it, it doesn't really work that well, so it's like, whatever. But this actually has merit, and what he says is basically you swing with your normal weapon, and because of spell bashing, there's like a 0.4 second delay between when your weapon hits and does its white damage, that if it did proc a Reckoning, a Seal of Righteousness proc, that proc doesn't get applied for about 0.4 seconds after you've already hit the mob. So, because of that, hold on a second. Because of that, you can weapon swap, and actually the weapon you swap in will be the Seal of Righteousness proc damage. So it'll calculate the damage in the weapon you swap in. So what you do is, like, I have a shield and a sword, right? So I have a shield and a hammer. I keep saying sword because I just got this hammer recently. That's why my skill sucks. So if I hit with my hammer, and as soon as I hit, I weapon swap. I use a macro to just swap in a 2-handed sword. Then the Seal of Righteousness proc damage will be based off the 2-hand slow weapon, which of course is going to be a much bigger righteousness, damage. The other good thing too is if you have a weapon that has a built-in, effect. That you can also proc the effect of that weapon off of the righteousness, right? Seal righteousness. So it's actually a really, really cool, and I was watching him do it, and that's a very, very valid. Yeah, you know what? I do need to find that. Where's it at above? Because I need to join that, because that's actually a very valid. That looks really like it's. I can understand how that mechanics of that work. And if that works, that's actually really useful. That's actually very useful. So I liked that, and I actually did put a bid on what the Arcanite champion or whatever, because the Arcanite champion I think has, it's like a 3 attack speed, so it's slow. Actually, three is not slow, is it? But it has the internal proc to proc the bubble, you know, the shield bubble. So that'd be pretty interesting, you know, if you pocking that. But I need to find a really slow weapon, just to test this out with, right? Now these mobs are like level 36, so this will be good. Just a really quick, just to go ahead and skill up my weapon here. And we'll just throw on Crusader. Yeah, I need to find the Theory Crafting Discord. Yep, for sure. And here you can see my white damage, 124, 126. I'm not sure what 18 is. I guess that's the 16 was, of course, my Retribution Aura. The other one would have been my Righteous. Or not my Righteous, I don't have Righteous up. I'm not sure what the yellow 16 was. Let's do something else real quick. Let's go to General Spam. Let's put both those back on so we can see everything. Actually, you know what? You're right. We don't even need... That's okay. I'm not really worried about that. There's a bunch of mobs up here we can kill. Actually, I'd prefer to kill them faster just so I can get the loot. Yeah, see, so the 18 is the Mithril Shield Spike. See that? I just turned the skill names on because I couldn't remember what the 18 was. Yeah, it's the Shield Spike. And there you're seeing my misses. Or is it their misses? I think it's their misses, not mine. Sorry. They are missing. Oh, there. See, I missed right there.
Lovely.
We'll turn the spell names off here in a minute. I'm just using light right now to regen health. This is actually a spot I like to farm when I'm like level 42. This is a great spot to farm when you're level 42 because there's so many of these guys. Uther's Trinket? I think I got it for 30 gold or 35 gold, which is a pretty good price. I think it was 30 or 35. 33.
You were screwed.
I think it was 33. I always know I'm gonna get Uther's Trinket. Like that's one of the items that I think is just really key for the kind of the way I like to play.
Lovely.
So what I do is as soon as I hit like even level 20, I start looking for it. You know, I start watching the auction house and just start keep an eye out. And as soon as I see it, you know, low enough, I get it. So when I saw it for 33, and I think even when I saw it for 33, I don't even think I had 33 gold. So I like really quick went out and farmed for it. I went to, pretty sure I went to the wetlands and just killed raptors for like, you know, God, he actually spammed damage in guild. Yeah, I think I just went and killed raptors like for a long time and just, you know, cooked up the meat, curiously tasted the omelets and just sold them and made like 10 or 12 gold in, I think, 2 hours. And that was enough to get the trinket. But yeah, this Trinket's fantastic. But rank 1... Rank 1 Seal of the Crusader, you mean? Or SOCT? Seal of the what? Is that Seal of... Yeah, I switched to Devo. What are you referring to when you say SOCT? SOC is Seal of the Crusader. I don't know what SOCT is. Seal of the Seal. Yeah, okay, I got you. Cool. I figured that's what you meant. Oh, not on this server, dude. They were going much, much higher on this server. I've seen them. They started out around 80 gold, and they went down to 50, and then I finally got them down to around like, you know, around like when I got it out, which was like 30. So yeah. Yeah, let me go ahead and turn these off now. I just couldn't remember what the yellow one was. It was just SBT.
Lovely.
But it's a great trinket. What I really want is the arena trinket, the arena grandmaster trinket, whatever it's called, because that would be fantastic for AOE grinding. What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks above for info, help. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I've been playing the Protection Paladin for the first time on like vanilla type servers and private servers about 2.5 to 3 years ago, and I knew nothing about playing them at all. I just started playing one because if there's a character in an MMO that has a sword and shield, I'm going to play it. I love sword and shield. So I was like, well, let me try this out. And then I liked it. You know, I thought it was really fun. And the higher I got, the more I wanted to make my character like really tanky. You know, I was like, well, how can I make this character really tanky? And I just started talking to people and getting advice. And it's funny, like, after playing like last 2.5 years on the Protection Paladin, I still feel like a noob. I mean, there's still so much to learn. It's amazing, you know. Let me turn the music down. But I still feel like a noob a lot of times, which is funny. As much as I've played, and I'm not a noob. I mean, I know the class very well, but sometimes you kind of feel when you see all the stuff out there that the people are theory crafting and stuff. But they're trying everything under the sun. But I really do want to get that two-hand weapon and try that out. It would be nice to get the one from Ultra Rock Valley, you know, the really slow one. That would be nice. Did someone just buff me? Oh, no, was that Mark? I didn't see it say Mark. Interesting. Yeah, it was just Mark of the Chosen. I didn't see the proc come up, though.
Lovely.
But you can see the Reckonings are proccing. The heal is from my chest piece, obviously, 88 heal from the chest. Which is, again, I mean, people really... I think a lot of people might not realize how great this item is. The True Silver Breastplate is absolutely fantastic. And I've had it proc for heal for as much as 130. So even though it says 60 to 100, I've had it heal me for 130. The Horde. You got one more surprise? Parkour! Did I reset him? Where'd the guy go? Where'd he go? I think I scared the guy. I think I scared that dwarf. He's like, this guy's nuts. He's jumping all over the place. Oh, that's too funny. But this actually is a great little area to kind of grind if you want to just AOE level like I like to do. It's actually, you can just kill nonstop, and you can actually kill the elite guy here too. I'm not sure if I can kill him, but let's give. Well, no, he's got 2 guardians. Never mind. But he's down there as well. So Ambassador Infernus. I'm not sure. He must be some sort of quest mob. I don't remember ever really doing a quest for him, but...
Lovely.
Oh.
Lovely.
Let's take out the Channer first here. What's my other surprise you're gonna get for me here? We're starting to get our skill up. We're at 210. We just need to get around 246. Even 240, like 4, would be pretty decent. But honestly, I'm not going to do Searing Gorge right now. The one thing I found playing the way that I play is you really want to be a lot higher level than the quests you're doing. I mean, honestly, for me, I would recommend almost green level quests, just because you just don't do that much damage as a protection paladin. So if you're almost like at green level, at that point you're critting a lot more, you're hitting all the time, they're going to be missing you, or you're going to be blocking a lot of their stuff, which obviously means you're going to be, proccing your mithril shield spikes a lot more often. So it really is beneficial. I mean, if you never, as a protection paladin, I found that if you're doing quests where the mobs are the same level as you, it's just not good. It's just slow, it's just slow. So... I'm still waiting for this other... Oh, here it is. Sometimes the stream that fucking A shit right there. I'm not sure. You said fucking A shit right there. I'm not sure what you're talking about, dude. Now, what are we at? 213? We're getting there. I need more silk cloth anyway for my priest. She needs quite a bit more silk to get her skill up a little bit. She's got to be getting pretty close to mage weave, though. Oh, we're going to get ourselves some. We're going to switch to Blessing of Sanctuary here. But you can see that the Uther's procs all the time. All these yellow absorbs are Uther's strength. See all those absorbs? It'll absorb anywhere. It'll usually absorb around 250 damage, which is pretty damn good, actually.
Lovely.
Oh, what, like Blessing of Wisdom? Well, which blessing? Yeah, I saw that where I was talking to Jahara, the guy in my guild, and he was saying that, yeah, I think it was like Blessing of Wisdom, like was generating threat. I can't remember what it was. It was something weird. $217.
Lovely.
Hey, Bolo, that's the exact same one I'm using. He must have just got that. Yeah, I'm using that hammer. But yeah, the difference in the private server is not getting the additional, judgment, not getting the additional light proc off righteous just really makes a big difference. Like, it really makes a big difference. It's unfortunate, but that's all right. I'm trying to see if that the miss is them missing me, I believe, yeah. And there's another Uther's Light proc. Fuck me. I fucked that up there. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, someone was telling me something similar to that, but I don't think they didn't really say it quite like that. But yeah, that's cool.
You were screwed.
I very well might be. Yeah, and I don't usually grab later. I don't usually grab that until later. Like early on, like Blessing of Wisdom has more MP5 than Kings, based on just because of the fact that that basically your intellect isn't going to be that high. But I think later on, as you get a little bit bigger mana pool, a little more stats. But I'm never going to have that much mana because of the way I build with Strength Stamina as my main stats. Oh, for the love of God, I hit the jump key, and for whatever reason, she did not want to jump. .221 skill.
Lovely.
No, I'm not really. Yeah, that's good for tanking. Yeah, sure. I'm not missing the point. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about for tanking. Well, I'm not tanking right now. I'm just killing mobs. So, I mean, I know what you're saying for tanking. Yeah, it's great for tanking. Yeah, I understand the concept. But yeah, I need to really. If you, I don't know if you've got the Discord. I'm sure I can find it. I'm sure I can find the Discord for the theory crafting. What are we at? 223. I need to make some more money. But I need the Grand Marshal's Medallion. But the things are just so much more expensive. Like the Grand Marshal's Medallion. I was able to buy that for like 25, 30 gold on a private server. But man, on this server, I've never seen it cheaper than like 150 gold, which is... That's outrageous. I mean, if people are buying a level 50... What is it, 53? If people are buying a level 53 neck piece for 125 gold, they got a lot more money than I got. You know, I'm like, I wonder how many people are buying gold, because I'm seeing a lot of. I mean, Skullflame Shield for 600 gold. Are you fucking kidding me? 600 gold? That's ridiculous. They must have some good gold farming techniques if they're running around with 600 gold in their pocket. 'Cause that's a lot of money. Now, if you're in a high-end guild and you're obviously running MC and higher level things already, you probably are going to have a little bit more money, but I'm certainly not going to have 600 gold. Nope. And I mean, I'm fishing like crazy, selling fish left and right. You know, I made 30 gold yesterday just selling fish, and I'll probably make another, 20 or 30 gold today probably, or at least in the next couple days. Yeah. And that's, hey, Roshar, or Ragnar, that's... And I checked because I was talking about this in my stream yesterday. I was talking about the fact that on the private servers, and we all know that the private servers, the people that ran those servers were selling the gold. We know that, right? I mean, that's I think. Why do you think they would do it? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a software developer. I'm not going to spend all that effort and time and my own money to run a private server so all you guys can play. That's just way too much effort. I would have to really love the game to do that. Somebody's got to, and they're taking donations, right? But you know they're selling gold on those servers, and they even caught people doing it and kicked them out of Light's Hope, or of Elysium or whatever. But I remember checking the gold prices there, and it was like 100 gold for like $5. So it was no wonder that people on the private servers had so much money. I mean, you could go buy 100 gold for like $5. Now $30 is pretty. That's a lot of money. I mean, 100 gold for $30. I would, I don't buy gold, and I never would. But I'm thinking, why would you spend $30 for 100 gold in this game? It ain't. I mean, there's some people that really are lazy, or they really want to get ahead of the curve, I guess. But, man, it's just a fucking video game, guys. It ain't that important, right? And I'm sorry. I love playing WoW. I played it ever since it came out in 2004. I was on Doomhammer. I was in the beta, man. But I'm certainly not going to buy gold. It's cheating. And you're also ruining the economy of the game. And there's nothing we can do about it. There's always going to be a bunch of dicks and losers who buy gold. There's nothing we can do about that, right? But it's pretty pathetic. If you buy gold, you're pathetic, in my opinion. Honestly, with Reckoning, I think with creating macros and stuff to sit to proc Reckoning is pathetic. I do. I think it's kind of pathetic. I mean, it's weapon swapping to get different effects. I think that's Blizzard's fault. If I can weapon swap and get the righteous proc, the righteous damage on the righteous tick to be higher, to me that's Blizzard's issue. You know what I mean? But to sit there and like sit and stand over and over again to hope that you get a proc, it's just kind of silly. I mean, it's kind of silly. I think, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, I don't remember what it was like in 2004 because I never played the Protection Paladin that much in 2004. I think I did play one, but because I know I've got I still have screenshots from 2004 of my character screen. And so I've seen that I actually had a protection, or that I had a Paladin on one of my screenshots, and I saw that I think she was wearing a shield and a sword. So I'm probably guessing that, knowing me, because I like to play protection type tanky characters, that's probably what she was. But I sure as hell don't remember what the mechanics were like back then. So I have no idea of all this stuff that's going on with Paladins. Because it seems like to me the Paladins is one of the most, I don't want to say broken classes, but there's a lot of mechanics around the Paladins that are really unusual. You know what I mean? Even Reckoning, like when you talked about, that guy that we were talking about earlier, what's his name, Rex Troy. Even he was saying that if you proc Reckoning, and I've seen it many times, right? If you proc Reckoning, but you're near like the end of your swing, you won't even get a second attack. You know what I mean? So it'll say, like you'll even see it on my screen here where it says Reckoning, and if you look, you won't see a second attack. Now, I don't know if that's, I don't know if it's just not show. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Sometimes it'll say Reckoning, and it'll say Reckoning, and it'll say 2 attacks in parentheses on my mixed scrolling battle text here. And of course, you can also look at it on the damage meter, right? So if I go damage meter, hold on a second. If I go DPS, right? You can see right here, melee Reckoning. So theoretically, I've got 75 Reckoning hits, okay? Now, how accurate that is, I have no idea. Yeah, Reckoning. Now, when you saw Reckoning, did you see two melee hits there? I didn't. I saw 1 hit. If I go to the combat log, let's see, Reckoning. See, Cute Faith Seal Righteous. Cute Faith gains 1 extra attack through Reckoning, but I don't see it. I see I hit him for 136, and, you would think that you would see them kind of like right next to each other probably. And sometimes you do. Sometimes when it says Reckoning, I'll see it in the combat log. 2 like hits at the, one after the other. So it's definitely a broken mechanic as it stands right now. At least from what I'm seeing, from what other people have been telling me, you know. $227. I'm not sure how much my other weapon was hitting for. Probably around 100. Where are we at right now? Let's take a look. So 228. See, sword skill was 246, so I really want to get up around 246. Alderman. I don't think I do. Even there, I didn't see the second attack of Reckoning. I only saw one attack.
Lovely.
We're gonna clear the damage meter after this one.
Lovely.
Yeah, during the weeknights, I don't, I get on. I usually don't play too long. Although last night I kind of got on for a while, which I shouldn't have, because I was up till like 4:20 a.m. and I had to go to work at like 9. So yeah, that was pretty bad. I was really tired today. What are we at? 2:30? Slowly but surely. Yeah, if you're sitting at like 15 days and you haven't logged into my guild, usually I'll remove players. And I tell everybody, I say, hey, I try to let people know that that's just an inactivity. I figure people should be able to log in at least once every 15 days, every 2 weeks. If they don't, then they're not really being active. And of course, if I remove people, they can always message me and I'll add them back. Yeah, so far the Paladin in Classic hasn't been as, at least in my opinion, hasn't been as good as the private server Paladin, but it's mostly due to a few things, and we'll see. Yeah, Paladin can be slow at higher levels, but that's why I like to AoE. I honestly hate doing quests solo as a Paladin. Like, once you get to like 52 and you start doing quests solo, it's painful. It really is painful. It's like, fuck, it's like somebody shoot me, you know what I mean? You just don't do that much damage. Now, if the weapon twisting works, though, my damage will increase significantly. So we'll have to check that out.
You were screwed.
I very well might be. You are screwed. Here it comes. Oh no, I didn't say it. I thought I went above and back down below again.
You
231.
were screwed.
That time I definitely went up and below.
You were screwed.
Don't kick you too soon, huh? How was that still on 10 minutes? I didn't eat a buff food recently, did I? I certainly didn't think I did. That was the longest less than 10 minutes I've ever seen. Hey, Water, how's it going, man? Yeah, it's slow. But if you AoE, it's not that slow. I mean, if you're, the question is, can I AoE as effectively as I could on the private servers? So far, I have not been able to. But it's all stems off of that one ability, you know. So we'll see. You know, not getting the double heal off the righteous it definitely is. It takes a whole mob out. Like when I was up in killing the trolls in Arathi Highlands, or I mean in Airy Peak, you know, normally I could kill like 6 or even 7 at a time, and I found that I'm down to 5 or 6 at most. I mean. So I definitely, it actually removes a whole other mob from the amount that I can actually AoE, just because I'm not getting as many heals coming back.
Lovely.
Yeah, and I saw Reckoning there, but I didn't see the additional hit. Now there, I think I did see it. It looked like 2 came through right there, and there as well. 2 see it. Actually, it looks like it procs some additional damage. Interesting. It's almost like the Reckoning. Yeah, it is. You can see the Reckoning was proccing
Lovely.
double righteousness procs. Tink. There was, you could see the 2 hits came through. You saw the 2 white numbers come in like right away. Jump, girl. Yeah. That's pretty good, War. I gotta agree with you on that one. I mean, yeah, I mean, try to do a wreck bomb in PvP, and good luck going against any kind of skilled players. You're just gonna, I'm sorry, if they have half a brain, they're not gonna let you do that. Now, you can try to do it against a caster, but you're gonna be taking a lot of damage. I mean, you're stacking that up, and hopefully you can get up there, and, you know. This guy's still running around.
Lovely. Lovely.
Look at all the heals I got there. If you guys, there's a video on my channel. If you search for it, it's like Fear the Light or something, and it shows me showing you like what it looks like when you have a weapon with life stealing, a weapon with an internal proc that heals you, skull flame shield, all kinds of stuff. Where with one swing of a weapon, I have a chance to proc down. You know, like they'll do some damage, my health will go down, and then it'll just go right back up because of all the heals I'm getting. Hey, Tim Tom, how's it going, man? Just trying to level this mace skill up. It's at 235 right now. I need to get up a little bit more.
Lovely.
Actually, that would be pretty cool. If you think about it, if that works, like the weapon twisting, if I can get a 2-hand weapon, I don't know if this even exists. Maybe you guys can tell me. Is there a weapon out there that's a 2-handed weapon that actually has a chance to heal you when it hits? If there is, that would be the one you'd want to use. You know, if you can get life stealing on that. Have a 1-hand weapon that also has the chance to heal you with life stealing. Excuse me. I just fucking snorted. What the hell? And got a frog in my throat. You could get an awful lot of heals. That would actually give you a chance to get more heals with one swing. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, Tim. You missed out as usual, Tim. I'm using Righteous now, but I've been using Crusader for like most of these fights. I just got sick of how long it was taking me to kill them, so I went back to Righteousness. I'm not really on any timetable here to get the skill up. I'd rather kill more mobs, get more loot. But yeah, I was using Crusader. You always use Crusader when you want to. And actually, I was even going so far as to throwing up, you know, Devo Aura as opposed to Ret and make the fights last longer so that I could actually get more hits in. But yeah, I mean, I was doing like this, throwing up Crusader, throwing up Devo Aura. And just auto attack and to get my skill up. But yeah, it's still need to get up a little bit more. Yeah, Tim, he always comes in and gives me shit. Damn it. What are you doing? Do it this way. Everybody's a critic. Oh yeah, Morpheus. 237. We're getting pretty close though. But honestly, I've gotten to this point where This is why, if you guys watch me level back on the other private servers, why I would just kill mobs. I would literally just grind mobs because I hated doing the quests up at these upper levels. Because I don't like to group with other people that much. I kind of like to do stuff on my own. And trying to solo a lot of the quests is just it's pretty time consuming. It really is. But I do need to, you know, we need to make sure that we get the Onyxia attunement. So we'll have to do some of that to get the towers and all that fun stuff. Yeah, if I had like a freaking fast one-handed mace, that would be nice. This one's not too slow. 2.4 isn't like the slowest thing in the world, but... Yeah, I've looked at it. I mean, you can see here that as far as like reckoning, you know, the amount of damage is pretty good. Only 15 right now, but at 1768, so it's coming in at number 3 on the amount of damage it's producing. There, we'll clear the damage meter again. See you, Neon. Have a good one. Christiana's pet. Christiana. Yeah, the Reckoning's pretty good. It's turned out, Tim, the Reckoning is pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's actually, like I cleared the damage meter now, right? So if you go damage done, I just cleared it out. You'll see that Reckoning comes in as a pretty, like, number 3 source of damage for me is pretty good. So it definitely is nice. I would like to build I really would like to build another Paladin and build them a different way without Reckoning, and then like get them to the same level with the same gear, and just see, like, you know, like how many mobs can one tank versus the other, how long does it take to kill, time to kill, stuff like that. It would be interesting, you know, just to kind of play around with the numbers. And
Lovely.
I don't know if it can proc. I would say that it seems like a proc. Everything seems to work more when Seal of Righteousness is up. You know, when Seal of Righteousness has that chance to proc that additional holy damage, right? So if you go to Seal of Righteousness, right, where is it? Oh God, where is Righteousness? Wow, is it under holy? But if you read the tooltip, right, granting each melee attack an additional 17 to 61 damage. But anyways, I know that internal weapon procs have a chance to proc off of the Reckoning additional damage. Whether or not Reckoning has a chance to proc off that, I'm not sure. Yeah. Right now, we have not gotten any Reckoning. Let me put up. Yeah, let's. Oh jeez, man, he's to the left side, I think. Or oh, all right, guys, where is Baylog? Is he? He's inside, isn't he? I can't remember. I think he's inside, but I don't want to tell him the wrong thing, so. Let's Google it real quick and find out. Alderman Belog. So one of the lost dwarf bosses we encountered Alderman. Bolo took all the current shrine, blah blah blah. You can find him in the depth guide for Alderman, lost dwarves. Belog. 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 I think actually, according to looking at the picture, it almost looks like he's outside. A lot of help I am, right? What the fuck? I don't remember. I don't even like Alderman. You know what I mean? It's one of those instances I run like once, maybe, you know? $239. We're getting there. Yeah, 5 paladins. Well, I tell you what, I definitely, like I said, I definitely want to create a few more. Maybe like at least one more, maybe two. Just to try some different builds. But I have so many characters that I want to level besides this one. But we'll see. The greatest thing is there's no rush, man. This is a Blizzard server, so these servers should be up for a long time, I hope. I mean, I'm hoping they'll be up for at least, 5, 6 years, 7 years, maybe longer. And there's a lot of people that love vanilla so much that I just don't think... I really don't think there's any need for them to bring these servers down, as long as Blizzard as a company can afford to keep them up. As long as people are still paying the monthly fees. So, alright, 239.
Lovely.
See right there, it says Retribution or Reckoning. So what's happening is Reckoning... So that's... I'm not sure what that means, though. Retribution or Reckoning. But I have noticed that when Reckoning procs, sometimes I see some of my other damage sources seem to get double damage. So I haven't really... Blizzard's weird, man. The way they do some of their damage calculations is really odd. Reckoning. Here's melee reckoning. Retribution or reckoning. Who knows, dude? Very interesting. I reset. Did I reset the meter? Yeah, I did. Yeah, see, and again, Retribution or Reckoning. Tell you one thing, keeping Seal Righteousness up is definitely going to be your best way to push out the most damage. What do you mean it takes damages from other? So like a lot of times it'll say Reckoning, but I only see like you see 107, 109. Those are my auto attacks, right? 123. That's my swing of my weapon. There, I think I missed. Or no, sorry, he's absorbing it. And of course, there's a critical white hit. Okay, I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Maybe because it's almost like it has to do with the swing timer. It's weird. Like I said, it's very strange. The way Blizzard does the swing timer, like how Rex Troy was saying is that in his video he was saying that if you get a Reckoning proc and you're at the very end of your swing timer that you won't actually get the additional swing. So I don't know. It's very hokey. It's very clunky. Well, now there's too many people here, but I think I've done enough. We've gotten our skill up high enough. We don't need to stay here anymore. We've gotten our skill to 239, so not quite as high as my sword skill, but it's high enough, right? Now, what he was saying was is that you could use you could put up Seal of Crusader rank 1 so you weren't doing as much damage, which makes a lot of sense. I just was like, well, I'd rather kill more mobs and get more loot, you know what I mean, so... Like when a channel Goblin Dragon Gun it proc, or sometimes an order. Interesting. Yeah, they did some weird freaking spell bashing, I don't know. But what I need to do now is think about where do I want to AoE, because I really don't feel like doing quests right now. I'd rather just go AoE some mobs, man. Some mobs that are, and for me, the best mobs to do would be about level 45, about 4 levels beneath me, is where I can still AoE them down pretty quick, pretty well, and take on quite a few, but still get enough XP that it's still pretty good. Maybe 46, and beasts typically are the best. But let me go to the classic WoW Hunter or vanillawowhunter.com and take a look. We're talking about level 45 mobs. Blasted Lands has 45 to 46. That's actually pretty good. Now, the Scorpions are going to be bad because the poison's going to do some pretty good damage. Let's check out Scorpions. Scorpions in the Blasted Lands are 50 to 51. Fellwood's going to be too high. Dustwallow Marsh, no, that's not what we want. Fire Rock, Tenaris. Tenaris is actually not bad. There's quite a few mobs in Tenaris. Actually, Tenaris is not bad. I'm not gonna lie, because there's those piles of bones that have all the hydras and that's not bad. I've actually farmed them before. So let's jump over to Tenaris. I have some quests there I can actually do too. So Tenaris is pretty good. There's also a quest I need to turn in at Theramore Island as well, so we can knock that out on the way. And we got 15 silver, 28 silver. We got a little bit of silver with all this gray junk that we got. 38 silver here, 37. 8 agility. This is going to be a disenchant item. What else did we get? I'm not going to need any of this. Actually, the banana bread. What was that? Nah. No, we've got our red gill. Flay of red gill is fine. And that's cool. Got quite a bit of silk cloth there, though. I also have the quest to turn in Searing Gorge. Actually, you know what? Let me check my mailbox. Cooked my glossy fish. What I'm looking for is cooked fillet. I'll grab that. A little bit more food to eat. And this stuff we don't need. So the 53-pound. I thought I caught a 57-pound grouper. Here's raw. Here's some roast raptor. Nah. Spider sausage. Since I'm greedy, I want to check my banker. Does Prod overtakes Rhett for leveling? I don't think any level does it really overtake Rhett for leveling. You know, I really don't think. I mean, my videos aren't really ever about Prot being faster. It's just about a way to play Paladin. My videos are really centering around this is how I play Protection Paladin. They're not centered around this is a fast leveling guide or, you know what I mean. I don't see that Prot would ever really overtake Retribution. Ah, the inlet mithril cylinder sold. Yeah, well, really, I mean, the thing that Retribution has is pursuit of justice. But of course, once you get a mount, then you can kind of cast that to the side. Doesn't really matter anymore at that point. Did I get outbid? I do need to hit Stormwind real quick. I need to get that two-hand sword so we can try out weapon twisting. I also need to look at what the macro is going to be to weapon swap. I have macros I used on the private service for weapon swapping, but I haven't created one yet for the classic servers. So normally, like for macros like that, I would do something like, you know, just like weapon. Usually I would do something like equip. You know, just something simple like equip Viking Warhammer. See, and so that works. What was that? Thanks for the gold. Oh, dude. No worry, Bullet. No worries. It costs you some money to make that, doesn't it? So the Mithril Shield Spike. Yeah, I'm still trying to get some gold here. My bid must still be good because I don't see it. I didn't see the mailbox with my money returned to me, so no one outbid me on the two-hand, but I need a slow two-hand. Bolo, there's something I want to test out. It's called weapon twisting. Or we can swap in a two-hand weapon. We can do our regular one-hand melee hit with the Paladin. And right after the hit completes, we can weapon swap to the two-hand, to a real slow two-hand. And then when the tick for the Righteous proc ticks, that damage, we can actually apply the calculated damage on our two-hand weapon that we just threw in, that we just equipped. So that'll be pretty interesting if that works. I really don't have any reason to believe that it wouldn't, because the Rex Troy seems to be to playtest this stuff pretty well. So if we go to bids, currently I have bid on the True Silver Champion, but that's 3 though. That's pretty slow, isn't it? I mean, pretty fast, isn't it? What is a slow weapon? Yeah, see, 3 is pretty damn fast. What I really need is a... Actually, I'm kind of hoping I don't win that weapon now. So let's go to weapons, 2-hand swords. And we want something that's going to be like 45 to 49. I've got a bid for 14 gold. If I get it, I'll just try to resell it. 14 gold's probably... Like here, you got 3.5, 3.3. You know, like here, beheading sword of the bear, you know, whatever. The reason the True Silver Champion is kind of nice. 2-hand mace. Yeah, thanks, Tim. But Tim, the reason I was looking at the True Silver, this one, is that the internal proc would still apply, because the internal proc could still be proc by the righteousness proc, you know what I mean? So I could do my regular one-hand weapon swing, hit the mob, do damage, the white damage, then swap in my 2-hand weapon. The True Silver Champion's, you know, damage will be applied for the righteousness tick damage, but it will also have a chance to proc the 2-hand weapon's internal cooldown. So the chance to proc that shield would be pretty cool. That's the reason I bid on this, because I thought if that actually, because that should work. 3.5. So that should work. But you're right. I mean, obviously, but the slower hand weapon is going to make me do more damage overall. But getting the best of both worlds would be a slow hand weapon that has an internal proc. Like here, I mean, even this is not slow though. This is not 2-hand though. I clicked the wrong one. Durr. Chance here, like here's a look at this one. Chance on hit hurls a fireball. So, and look at how much damage. So this is 180, 200 damage. Now, does that hit one target? Fireball and additional. So this one here isn't that great though. It's kind of slow. I mean, it's kind of fast. 2.3 for a 2-hand. Are you kidding me? That's super fast. Now here, chance on hit stuns the target. Check this one out. So we could swap in the judge's gavel here, right? And we'd have a chance to possibly proc a stun. And it's 3.4, so that's not bad. 45 damage per second. Of course, the best weapon I could get would be a 2-hand that has an AoE effect. It increases damage done by 20 attack speed. Oh, wait a minute. This is the bomb dig right here, isn't it? Look at this, 3.7. Chance on hit increases damage done by 20 and attack speed for 15 seconds. The Rage Hammer. So, I don't know. But the damage isn't, I mean, it's kind of a low level, though, 45. I think it'd be best just to try the sword first. If I win the sword, we can at least see. What are the 2-handed weapons? Let's try the that's probably not much for 2-handed axes. Nah, 2-handed. Increases. Oh, well, this one would be pretty bomb. Check this out. 200 strength. I know this is not cheap though. So I mean, Destiny would actually be pretty nice as well. I mean, there's a lot of options here, but I think this one here, even though it's a low one. Where did it go? Is it gone to? I clicked one-handed again. This one here, actually, I think that's actually pretty interesting because the attack speed by 5%. Well, it's not that great. For damage done by 20, that's pretty crappy. The Judge's Gavel could be interesting. Stunning the target for 3 seconds. That'd be pretty nice for PvP if you think about it. You know, if you were like trying to weapon twist and just get more stuns against a target. Yeah, it's got the same skin as like the Pummeler. And... Okay, let's get rid of the Conan song. That's a little crazy. So I'm tempted to buy the Judge's Gavel for 14 gold. Let's try it. I can't wait any longer, guys. I got to check this shit out. We have to see if this works, right? We can spend some gold, right? So we're gonna test this out. This needs to be we need to figure this out. So all right, so what are we gonna do for our weapon swap? I think I was using the R. I was using R for weapon swap. Where is R here? R is here. It's my fishing. Okay, it's fine. Just put it over here. So right now, weapon swap is gonna be R. Shift R is gonna weapon swap back. Okay. So we're gonna go macros, weapon swap, and this one. And it's pretty easy when you're just going to throw in the two-hand weapon. We're just going to say /equip. This guy, where is it? Where is it? Did I delete it? Oh, it's here. Okay. All right, /equip. This guy, save. And then we're going to need another one, obviously, to go back to our other gear. And that's easier for me just to make it as two separate macros. So we're going to say swap prot, swap, yeah, we'll just call sword and board, SMB, sword and board. Okay. And you always want to equip, I believe, offhand. I don't think it really matters, but we'll do offhand first. Okay, save. We got sword and board. And this one we're just going to say is icon. I actually liked that icon better. Was it this one? And we're just going to rename this to two-hand. Alright, save. So we got our two-hand. Alright. Okay, so we got a two-hand weapon, and then we shift R. You can see we're back to our sword and our shield. Okay. That 14 gold's not bad, Tim. I can make 14 gold. I mean, I can make 14 gold pretty quick. Yeah, trust me, I can make 14 gold fairly quickly. I'm not really worried about that. I'll probably recoup a lot of that money. If some of my auctions sell tonight or tomorrow, I'll recoup some of that. So, and we still have, how much gold do we have? We still have 45 gold, so we got plenty. So we're going to head to, let's get out of here. Let's clear some of this inventory too. Only need 15 silk cloth for that one quest, I believe. Let's just make sure. This one only needs 15 silk, so let's get rid of some of this silk cloth. This one, this one, this one, this one. Actually, let's leave this. We'll make some bandages. That'd be nice to get that weapon enchanted too, like this one. Now, of course, I have, you know, this, the Fiery Blaze enchant, but I'm gonna hold off using that for. We'll save that for something else. Yeah. You can see I'm just practicing. It says item is not ready yet, so you gotta be careful. I don't know what the cooldown is, and let's take a look at our... You can see swapping these in and out doesn't seem to have too many issues. But yeah, well, the idea is just basically that really the idea is basically just we're going to have to be doing the weapon swap every single time. So it's going to be really annoying. But if it works, it could be pretty useful. We could increase our overall damage pretty drastically. But yeah, you could build you're right though. You could build the wreck bomb, swap to the two hammer, to two-hander and then drop a big. Yeah, you could do that, but I'm not going to start mucking around with trying to build the. But if we do get the Reckoning on the, it'll be interesting. Going for the normal fiery? Oh yeah, yeah, that's nice, Tom. That would be pretty cool. I don't mind spending money. I don't mind spending money because I have to figure this stuff out and see that it works. Of course, I don't think I've used a two-hand mace too much. Let's take a look at my skill. I'm 98. Here we go again. Let's level up a weapon. We'll do some. We'll kill some turtles over in Theramore. Kill some turtles. We'll swap out Seal of Crusader with a. It's always funny to me that Crusader is under Ret, and Righteousness is under Holy. I've always thought that would be flip-flopped, but I guess Righteousness is kind of the righteous, Holy, and Crusader or Retribution. But we can go ahead and do like low level rank. Oops, sorry, rank 1. That way we're not killing the mobs so fast. But or we could just kill with higher level so we get more loot. Loot's always good. But I mean, even if it works, like even if it works, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be kind of a pain to constantly be. It's going to be a lot more exhausting and take more out of you to constantly be swapping weapons every single swing. Every single time you swing your weapon, you're swapping. That's going to wear you out, you know. One of the things about leveling Ret, which I find really enjoyable, or leveling Prot, which I find really enjoyable, is it doesn't take much out of you. You can AoE stuff. I mean, I basically just get stuff lined up, you know, get my mobs, you know, pulled together, get light up, throw up Righteousness, drop Consecrate, and drink some Coca-Cola. And watch as the mobs melt, you know what I mean? It doesn't take a lot of out of you. Now, of course, I always have to watch my health, my mana, and juggle everything. And use all of my abilities if I get into trouble to bail myself out. But it's still, I'm pretty much on autopilot because I've done it so much. But this is a neat concept because it's something that you don't always have to do. You don't always have to weapon swap. But if you're like in a situation where you're like, oh man, I'm in trouble, or if it's just a single target, then yeah, you can weapon swap. You know, like if you're fighting a boss or something and you're trying to just get as much damage out as you can to help the group down the guy. Yeah, the stun's gonna be really cool. I think the stun would be really neat if it works for PvP purposes, just to keep trying to get that stun off. Yeah, you like, yeah, I'm sure it's not as good as my shield. I mean, it's good for like, it's not going to be better than this shield. I mean, it is pretty good. I know it's a pretty good shield. What is this? This is 45 damage per second. So I have 40, so I had basically 28 gold. If I wouldn't have bought this and I wouldn't have put the bid in on the 200 sword, I'd be sitting at about 73 gold right now. But like I said, I'm not really worried about money. I mean, I've been able to get some money by just selling fish. And I still have a lot of like stone scale eels that I've fished up that I haven't even sold. If I really got desperate and wanted to make money, I'd just start listing that stuff up. But I'm trying to get my alchemist high enough level so she can make the stone scale oil and then sell the oil, because that'll probably, I would imagine that would sell for more than the actual fish sells for. So, what makes it good for AOE, Tim? Does it have an AOE effect? I mean, if it has an AOE effect, then shit, I should have got it already. To be honest. This mace is so ugly, the one I have right now. I mean, it's a cool hammer. The Viking hammer's got great stats, but man, is it ugly. So what's the proc? The proc is good on multiple. Or so what is the proc? You said the proc is 5% chance and can crit. And it can proc on multiple people. I'll have to look up the weapon. I'm kind of excited to try this out, but I am a little bit concerned, like I said, having to do it every single attack is going to be a little bit taxing. You know, that's... I mean, honestly, I would almost... Yeah. And you're supposed to do it with a fast weapon. That way you get more chances. You know what I mean? Like, one point, like, if I can get the Hanzo blade, then you're basically, like, every swing of the Hanzo blade, you're swapping. So, I mean, the more, you know, it gives you more chances to proc. I don't want to stream too late tonight because I streamed till 4:20 in the morning last night, and it definitely was, I was tired at work today, let's just put it that way. Yeah, but classics really, I mean, at least people have, you know, the interest for classic has kind of waned a little bit. I mean, I still see the servers with the same population, it seems like. Every time I try to log in, the servers are always like full and high populations. But yeah, you could swap through weapons. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jang Threy is the protector, and Jang Threy is the protector, and Sang Threy is the deflector. And I tried to get, I ran that instance 3 times, and I didn't get it, and I was pretty bummed about it. The one thing though I will tell you about Jang Threy is the protector, is that it only really absorbs about 90 damage, so it's very weak. My Trinket, This one here absorbs about 250, so it's much stronger. So the bubble on it is quite weak, and the damage on that sword, if I remember correctly, is around 30, 32 or 33 DPS. So it doesn't do as much damage as this, and it doesn't have, I don't think it has any stats. Now, Jane Thread's Deflector has a 1% chance, increases your parry, I think, by 1%, which is probably honestly better for you if you're tanking than the bubble, because the bubble's just so damn weak. And it doesn't proc that often. It's a pretty low proc rate. But it is cool. I mean, I've had it before. I've had Jane Thread's Protector and Uther's Light, so I've actually procced double bubbles. And you won't, it looks like the same bubble is on you, but if you look up the top of the screen here, you'll see both. You'll see both bubbles at the top. So then at that point, I've got like 340 damage absorption on me, which is pretty nice. I mean, really what I want to get is Iron Foe. If I can get Iron Foe and enchant that with some sort of a badass enchant. What does Tabitha give me for that quest? Tiara. What do I get for this? Some sort of shoulders. Yeah, I get a little bit of money. Nothing super special. Can't really get over the cliffs here. You kind of have to slide over to there, unfortunately. Well, let's try something. Alright, we're going to clear the damage meter. So, first we're just going to, we're just going to use my regular weapon, and we'll take a look at... I'm doing 120 damage. Now, you can see the Seal of Righteousness proc here is 32. See, 32? These are the Seal of Righteous, right? So now I'm gonna swing, swap my weapon, and see there I didn't see anything different. Okay, 16. That's 16's Reckoning. So I didn't see it there, but maybe I did it too late. Let's find out. There's a Marlon quest for a sword +1 to attack. What do you mean, like +1 attack skill? I'll have to look it up. Man, where are all the turtles? Somebody come through here and kill them? There are no turtles. They're pretty heavily farmed sometimes, but still, usually you'll see a few. Oh, well, there's always Murlocs. There's the elite shark. I'd rather kill the turtles, though, because they're not gonna... Yeah, this jack off here has been killing all the turtles. I guarantee it. You bastard! Alright, so what we're gonna do is... We are going to... Let's put in the two-hand mace, too. We need to level up the two-hand mace skill. We'll just go here and... level up the two-hand mace skill here. This will probably take a while. Oh, to proc another attack? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the... Yeah, I know which one you mean. That's... Oh, what's the name of it? The Thrasher Blade. The Thrasher Blade does like 35. The damage on Thrasher Blade is less than... is about the same as I think the hammer I have right now. But of course it has a chance to proc an additional hit. So that would be... Yeah, the Thrash Blade would be pretty good. It doesn't have any stats on it, I don't think. No strength or stamina or anything like that. You can see even now, though, have I stunned him yet with the proc on this hammer? So the proc obviously doesn't hit very often. You know? But still, that's not the main reason to use it. You want the extra damage. So let's throw in Righteous and see what it is. There, 62. So 62 is the Righteous, right? I'm still missing too much, though. But 62 is as opposed to, what was it before, like 35? So it's almost double the damage. So if I could get that to proc the 62 every time, that would be worth it. Spending a lot of time just getting my weapon skills up tonight, apparently. One-hand mace, two-hand mace. Yeah, there it stunned him. See that? There was the 3-second stun. They might proc more often once my skill gets up. I'm sure I've been missing a lot because my skill's so low.
Lovely.
And there's another one. Well, that's not bad. We've seen 2 stuns so far. But I'm missing a ton. Alright, well, let's try something.
Lovely.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I always wonder when I see those videos, though, because the same guy that told me about the Reckoning procs, like when I tested it, I couldn't get it to work the way he... And I used the exact same macro he used, and I couldn't get it to work as well as he said it worked. And so far, although we got to wait to get my skill up higher, because I don't know if the hit really shouldn't have any effect on this, right? I mean... Well, I got to throw Righteousness up. Jesus. So here we've got my one hand. I'm swapping right now. 32. See that? Now we're going to put the one hand back in. Swap. 32. So again, this guy, man. Now, as you see the 62, so far it's not working. Maybe I'll watch this video again, but this... If this doesn't work, I'm gonna start just not even bother watching that guy's videos, because that would be 2 for 2, where he told me, where he says, "Yeah, this is great, it's awesome," and I'm like, well, what the fuck server are you on? Okay, there I think it worked. Did you see that? And there's the stun. So let me put in my one-hand weapon. Yeah, there it worked. So I think I got it. So you have to swap it right before your weapon even lands, right? So the one-hand weapon, before it even finishes, let's turn on the meter, right? Okay, so hold on a second. So I think it does work. No, not this. And if it works, it's actually really easy to do too. So if we go to add-ons here, we go to, oh, where is it? Classic, classic, classic. Gather light. Do I not? I don't even have it turned on. Add-ons. Faith. Weapon swing timer. Reload UI. Okay. And actually, if you look at the combat log, see where, like, let's see. Wow. Can we clear this? I should have cleared it when I did that, but that's okay. All right, now let's go back to interface, add-ons, weapon swing timer. And we want to go to melee settings. We want to enable target. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's take a look. All right. So we're going to go into this raptor, right? We're going to throw on our one-hander. Throw on righteous, right? We got righteous up. Now, when this main hand swing, right before it gets to the end, I think is when we want to swap. Boom. No, I'm not sure if that worked. Oh, that's the enemy's attack. I'm sorry. We don't want it on the enemy's attack. We want it on my attack. So let's go back to interface options. We want mine. Let's disable the enemy. This is what we want. Okay. So when I hit with my one-hand weapon, oh, Jesus, I killed that guy fast. Let's get rid of the red aura. I killed that guy too fast. That was crazy. That's why I liked the turtles, because I knew they have a lot more armor. Let's see if we can get back to the turtles. And they won't die so damn fast. Alright, so here's this guy. Okay, so when the main hand gets close to the end, we can weapon swap. So we know that the one hand's doing 130 damage. What? 130, 124. So let's try this. It didn't even swing. I think I clipped my own swing. So let's wait till right after it finishes then. Wow, I don't have righteous up. Jesus. Okay, so swing. Yeah, did you see that? Here, I'll show you. It should be in the combat log. So here, your melee swing hits for 114. So that's my one-hand weapon hitting for 114 damage. I swap to the two-hand. My Seal of the Righteousness hit him for 63 holy. 63 holy is off the two-hand, so see that it works. We're getting the white weapon damage from the one-hand weapon, but we're getting the Retribution, the Seal of the Righteousness tick off the two-hand. So yeah, he's right. It definitely works. Definitely works. And you can see that my normal holy for the seal is 32, so it's double. I'm getting twice as much damage. So now if we go here and we clear this, let's try something else out. So that's pretty interesting. And of course, I should also get the chance to proc the stun effect of the two-hander, which is kind of neat. But this guy's still killing turtles. There are turtles over on the island here. We'll take this guy out and piss off this guy. Okay, I got that. Yeah, see, I've already got it down now. There's the stun.
Lovely.
Oops, I screwed it up. Yeah, look. So it actually works. And I got 2 stuns there. So the proc rate of that weapon is pretty nice. And again, if you look at the damage meter here, you're seeing that here is my melee swing 106. And, oh, I got a Reckoning there. That's interesting, though. I wonder if the Reckoning and then the melee swing hits. Check this out. This is pretty cool. I'm thinking what happened here is I did a regular weapon swing with my one-hand weapon, right? But I procced Reckoning. I swapped to the two-hander. The extra attack was done with my two-hander for 190 damage, and then I got the 62 holy. So a Reckoning proc off the one hand could proc the extra swing off my two-hand weapon. So I got to give it to this guy. This guy's really, I mean, what he's doing is pretty cool. So it's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty excited about that. That it's gonna be interesting when I go up against mobs that are my level. You know. Okay. And you just have to get used to it. Like there, I screwed it up. Like here, we're gonna swing. Okay, swing.
Lovely.
Nice. It takes some time. It takes some getting used to.
Lovely.
It definitely takes some getting used to. And I won an auction for the True Silver Champion. I kind of wish I hadn't won that auction now. So I've got the True Silver Champion, but honestly... So I got these two weapons for about 28 gold total between the two. I could sell the True Silver Champion. I think I got it for about 14 gold. Because I think this effect, since it seems to be proccing pretty frequently... Although the other effect, if the True Silver Champion procs pretty frequently, in AoE encounters it would be better because I'd be getting more, damage mitigation. Yeah, pretty cool. I gotta hand it to that guy that this one actually works, and this one's not even that difficult of a mechanic to use. I mean, right when my main hand swing finishes, you basically when you get to the end of this bar, you can basically just swap your weapon out, and it works quite nicely. And we also saw that it looks like that stun proc is pretty frequent. And those are the same keybinds I used on the private servers. I weapon swapped on private servers as well. But the reason I was weapon swapping on private servers is there was a couple of reasons. One, I had a set, I had a weapon that had life stealing and a heal on it, so it was would heal me a lot. And then my other weapon just it just did more damage. So here we're going to go light. All right, then we're going to throw out righteous. I missed that one. Okay, I got that one right. I missed that one. So you kind of have, you gotta have to do it just a little bit before the bars at the end swap. Yeah, did you see that 130.62? And there I swapped too soon. So I'm trying to move around to kind of simulate as if I was actually fighting another player is what I was doing there. But I got about 3 of them right and 2 of them wrong in that particular encounter. So 3 out of 5. That's going to push up my damage another 150, almost 200 extra damage. So that's pretty nice. All right, so we're going to go here and let's not move around. Let's just stand still. Okay. So there I got it pretty much every time. If you watch there, I was pretty much getting the extra damage every single swing. So it's pretty easy to do. It's actually really easy to do. That's pretty neat. So what you really want to do, obviously, is you want to find the two-hand weapon that has a really high proc rate. You want to find a two-hand weapon that has a chance to do something what would be really nice is if you could find one that has a heal or a protective bubble. Now, I'm probably going to go ahead and try out the sword, just because if that bubble procs at any kind of regular consistency. And also, that's why you want to go with a fast one-hand weapon, 1.5. So Hanzo sword is what we want. I don't know if, where I am as far as level for the Hanzo blade. Is it 40? I'll have to look at the Hanzo blade and see. But I think the guy was saying that to really do it really well, you want a fast weapon like a 1.5. That way you're getting more and more opportunities to actually use that additional damage. And of course, you get more opportunities to proc your additional effects. Oh man. Oh man, the whole time, like, why am I not seeing my proc? I didn't have a fucking righteous him. I was such a noob. Anyways, the cool part though is that if you do proc reckoning, that, and if you're switching to your two hand, you're gonna get that extra swing with the two hander, and that's good. That could potentially hit much harder. Very cool stuff. I can't believe I'm running all over just to turn this one quest, but it is worth about a gold, and God knows I'm going to need the money. Ooh, I got an unread mail from the auction house. That's most likely I sold something. How much gold am I at? I'm at 45 gold. Oh, no, that's just the weapon. Well, actually, I was at 30 gold yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched, but yesterday when I was streaming, I think I was at like 30 gold. Or maybe it was yeah, I think it was yesterday. I was at like 30 gold, and I got all the way back up to like 60 something. So I can easily make 30 to 50 gold a day if I fish enough and sell enough fish. Wow, damn it. Sometimes it's like the swing is a little bit off. Swing timer's a little bit off. There are some elites over here, though. Once you get over to this area, you start running some elite alligators. Need to be careful. Oh, wait a minute. Shit. The staff, 2 gold. Hell yeah. There we go. So that was worth like 2.7 gold, 2.65 gold. That made it way worth running over here. I don't think we'll be able to get over the mountains here, but we're going to give it a go. Give it a go. Oh, fly! Parkour! Oh, it gave me both items. Shit. 52. Damn. This is worth over 3 gold. You get 65 silver plus the staff, which is worth 2.16. So you're looking at 2.81. And now you're looking at 3.33. 3.33 gold. Repeating. Let's see if we can get over here. Swimming back is going to be way faster. I'm sure there's got to be a way to get over these rocks. I'm a pretty good mountain climber. In classic WoW, here we go. Yep. Damn. I just want to level up my two-hand skill here a little bit. Still need to level up this two-hand mace skill.
Lovely.
It's weird that for some reason a lot of those swings there with that main hand were coming in faster than the bar. Like, the bar would go to right about here, then the swing would go. I don't know why that is, but... 50 gold for the Hanzo sword? Ouch. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool mechanic, and it definitely works, and you definitely do more damage with it. But yeah, Hanzo sword, 50 gold. Yeah, I mean, I got 46 gold right now, so we'll see. Of course, once I sell some of these things here, I'll be up to maybe 48 gold. Now, this is a big shortcut, though, when you just swim across here as opposed to running all the fucking way around. I wonder if I can get up here. That looks like... No, I don't think so. No, yeah, if I can't get up there, I don't think I'll... No. Pretty sure. I've swam through this particular area of so many times. You usually have to go around to the... Unfortunately, to over here. Oh, level 50. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, level 50, that's right where I am. So, I mean, if I can get it for like 20 gold or less, I'd like to get it for less than 20 gold. Like, if I get it for like 18 gold or 15 gold, that'd be great. I just blew like 28 gold on these two weapons, but honestly, I probably should try to sell the sword. I should probably try to sell the Arcanite Champion or one that I just got. It's a sword that people don't usually buy that much because it's too fast. 3.0 attack speed is too quick. So, but I'll try to sell it. Because I don't think, yeah. You got it for 19 gold? Yeah. But I think that one that I bought for 14 gold, I probably could turn around and sell it for like 17 gold maybe. I'll put it up for 17 gold, see if I can get my money back. I mean, I'm tempted to try it out for the proc, but the problem is it's not going to do anywhere near it won't do as much damage. Like, and I kind of don't want to get too crazy with gold. I've been spending a lot of money lately. So, and you can configure this. Let me show you guys. If you go into here and go interface, this is my favorite, one of my favorite flights in the game. It's just so cool looking. Flying over the water here is, I think, one of the most beautiful sights in World of Warcraft here. I just think it's really cool looking right here. And then here it gets all grayed out, but before you get to this point, it's got a really nice blue color. But yeah, we can customize this. So if we go into interface options, and you can see a target swing bar. Like I have it set up for my hunter. So what we're going to try to do, now my hunter is a little different weapon. We got bar width, bar height. So we're going to change this to 12. I'm going to change this to 300. Let's see if this makes a difference. Okay, so we don't want that. So let's go back to we don't want that. That's too much. Let's go back to interface options. Let's go back to 200. But I have it set up my hunter the way I like it. So now let's go back and show border enable. 1.25 offset. Yeah, we can try that. Yeah, further down. Don't want that. What was it? I can't remember what it was. Was it 200? Yeah, it was 200. See, now the hunter looks different though. The hunter, I don't have this bar thing around it. In combat alpha, hunter specific settings, latency, multi-shot, auto clip, show text. Yeah. Show border. I don't think we need that, do we? No, we don't need that. Fill empty, show left text, main bar color. We're a paladin. You know what that means. Let's try this. It's too... The height isn't right, though. Make it a little bit easier. Can I explain how reckoning works now? Well, it's reckoning is so bizarre. I mean, reckoning is like if I get critically hit, theoretically, I should have a chance to proc. I should proc an extra swing. I have a chance. If I get critically hit, I should automatically get another swing because of my talents, right? Right here, 100% chance to gain an extra attack. And I mean and like on private servers you could sit, and if I sat it would automatically proc a crit, and so you would automatically get the reckoning. Now if you wanted to store up multiple reckoning charges, you just don't swing at your target. You just you have yourself targeted. Like a lot of times, like on a private server, I'd stand here and a mage would be over there blowing me up with frostbolts. Well, he would be, if he gets critical hits with his frostbolts, which a lot of times they do, I'd be stacking up rec charges. Then by the time I got up to the mage, I would have my big two-hand weapon here, and when I hit them, it would be 5 attacks. Right there's the reckoning, right? Although I missed here because my weapon skill with two-hand weapons right now is really shitty. So I mean, it's just reckoning is supposed to. It's supposed to just basically proc an extra swing. But we've seen it do weird stuff. Like if I go to the damage meter here, You can see here Reckoning. So I've had 5 extra attacks according to, according to recount here. But we've seen earlier that my Consecration was getting like a Reckoning next to it. See it says Consecration dot. Sometimes it was saying Consecration Reckoning. So, and according to some of the stuff I've watched by, this other guy who does these YouTube videos who really gets into the theory crafting on the Paladin, he was saying that if you're at the end of your melee swing timer and Reckoning procs, sometimes you may not get the extra swing. So I don't know. It's weird. My advice to you is really to watch as many videos as you can on YouTube about Reckoning, to test it out, to play around with different things, and just see how it works. But in theory, you're supposed to just get an extra attack. So here, what we're doing here is we're weapon swapping, right? So we got Righteousness up, and I'm going to swap to a 2-hand weapon right now. And by doing that, I'm getting the 2-hand weapon damage on the Righteousness tick. That extra tick damage. So if I switch to my 1-hand weapon here, see that I only did 32 damage with the Seal of the Righteousness, right? I did 32 damage, 32 damage. Every time I hit, I'm doing 32 damage. But if I swing right here and then change to my 2-hand weapon, I did 106 damage with my melee swing, but I did 62 damage because I equipped my 2-hand sword, or my 2-hand mace. So that is a little bit of a... So it's just as good parry based on getting crit now. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. And I'm using pink because, Paladins are pink, right? Although that pink is not the quite right color. Let's see if we can get the bright pink just to piss people off. I love to piss people off. All right, so we need to go with the lighter. There we go. Let's try this out. Okay, we're going to put in our 1 hand and our shield, right? We're going to go ahead and judge. I know, it's funny to me. It's just a funny mechanic, Actually, I like the other color better. Yeah. So, anyways, interesting stuff. Let's go with this color. Still kind of pinkish, but just a much deeper color. All right, so we're going to judge this guy, and I'm just going to try to raise my... I'm just going to try to raise my 2-hand skill because it's so low right now. But yeah, you can see with the weapon swing timer, you can certainly play around with the bar here. We can go in and go to... like, see, there you saw Reckoning proc, so... It said melee swing. Where is it? It's not really a good... It'll show you here, Reckoning. Keep Faith gains 1 extra attack through Reckoning. And again, you see here we've got 7 melee Reckonings. It's a good idea just to really get your combat log out, take a look at it. And I've customized my combat log a little bit to show skills in blue and different things. You can customize the colors of things. And one thing that's cool about classes is it's way more advanced than the original vanilla was. I mean, there's a lot more options. The chat window is a lot more feature-filled. There's a lot of options you have in there. If you go into here and go into settings, you have way more, settings, in here than you did. Look at all this stuff. Filters, message source, message types. Look at all this. Colors, formatting. This is way more complicated than what was in the original vanilla game, so it's actually pretty cool. So we're just doing some housekeeping here by trying to get my 2-hand weapon skill up.
You were screwed.
Let's go ahead and judge this guy with light. You can see my blows are not doing much damage. They're just glancing blows because my weapon skill is so low that I'm just barely hitting him with my weapon. So Like here, if I switch back to my one hand, you can see there's Reckoning. See, it says 2 hits, so I actually did 195 damage there because of Reckoning. Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting. Interesting stuff. But there's a lot of stuff going on with Reckoning that I don't fully understand yet. You know, like I said, there's some weird stuff with, like, we saw Consecration. It would say Consecration dot, and then there was another one that said Consecration Reckoning, so that was weird. Let's clear this out, and let's just do like a normal combat with my one-hand weapon here. And let's see if we get any just regular old Reckonings. Now I'm just auto-attacking here. Okay. Now these, yeah, no, this one doesn't breathe fire, but. So no Reckoning at all here. All we've done is damage the Seal of Righteousness, Retribution, or in melee. Now the other thing we can do here is look at not that. Healing done. Let's clear this out. This one, yeah, I still need that one. And you can see here's where my healing's was coming from. Judgment of Light. Yeah, getting the crit's gonna even an attack. It doesn't really, I don't know, it's, Reckoning is so weird. I get more questions about Reckoning than anything, and honestly, I don't even fully understand exactly I don't fully understand how Reckoning works that well, to be honest. I know how it's supposed to work. I know how it worked in the private servers, but on this server, it definitely doesn't work the same.
Lovely.
Not getting that the proc of that stun though, which is kind of annoying me. Kind of was hoping I'd get that more often. Whew.
Lovely.
I can be real anal about my layout.
Lovely.
Anyways, we're still just trying to get my two-hand mace skill up. We've got the hot pink weapon swing bar. I think that's hilarious, dude. Hot pink. I couldn't tell if Rostislav Oxenchuk. I couldn't tell when you said so exciting class if you were making fun because it is a lot of auto attacking or not. So. But there's so many little nuances to the Paladin, and we keep learning more all the time. Doing
You were screwed.
doing all these glancing blows. There's another glancing blow.
Lovely.
You can see that now the heals we're getting are Uther's. It's interesting because it says that Uther's Light's healing me, which I'm not really sure. I think that's really just saying that's the damage that it's absorbed. Self-healing obviously is my chest plate, my chest piece, and then Judgment Lights. There, we definitely saw 2 heads for the Reckoning. It's weak, though. Not getting those stuns, though, like we were getting before. Made us think that the weapon was so epic when we got like those multiple stuns and within just like one fight, I think. And now I'm not seeing hardly any of these stuns.
You were screwed.
Poor guy doesn't have a mount. He's trying to grab things I'm grabbing, but he doesn't have a mount, so... Yeah, you could have. Yeah, you could have swapped trying to get the thorns. That's true. Would have been interesting. It's definitely more damage. Like, let's try something. Let's do like damage done, clear, right? Clear the meter. Let's do this, and let's just kill. We need 2 mobs that are on the same level, right? Shit. Would have been better off if I was over by the bones here. Here, level 45. So we're just gonna do our normal like one-hand weapon, right? And we're just not even gonna do anything other than just auto attack here. Of course, this weapon hand, you know, my high skill with the one-hand weapons is way higher than my skill with the two-hand. But we can see we've had Seal the Righteousness up for what, like 20, what is it, 30 seconds, and it's almost done. So we're just going to refresh it. So we're thinking this battle so far has taken about 34 seconds.
Lovely.
And let's see, so we're about 8 seconds plus 30, so we're at 38, plus there's about a second or two in between, so I'm thinking about, you know, 40 seconds for that battle total. Now we're going to try the other method. 40 seconds for that battle. So we're at 30 seconds now. So I didn't get Righteous back up. See the Righteous back up. Definitely was faster. Not like a lot faster, but it was definitely faster. Maybe like I shaved off, instead of it being a 40-second battle, maybe it was like a 35-second battle. But you know, that adds up over time. But what would be really cool, like I said, is if that one is if the other, you know, the Arcanite champion, if that bubble procced a lot, it would be great for AoE, because getting the additional bubble proc for protection when I'm, you know, killing a bunch of mobs, if I could proc that like even like 2 or 3 times in one of my AoE pulls, I mean, it'd be huge. I think the cool thing about classic WoW and vanilla WoW is it's all the little things add up to a lot, you know. Like you've got like maybe Uther Strength can proc a bubble. You've got, you know, some Dragon Breath Chili that does some AoE damage. You got some Oil of Immolation. You've got a Shield Spike. You've got Ret Aura. You've got Blessing of Sanctuary. You know, all these things add up to do damage, to reflect damage, and you just keep stacking them one on top of another. And every time you add another little thing, you get more and more powerful. And that's the goal, is to keep trying to find different things that you can do to give yourself a little edge. I finished this quest, yeah, I did. Now these guys are fun to kill because they're dual wielding, so they're fun. Like this guy here, they're not this guy, but the one who has the 2 axes. This is the one, yeah, the Enforcers. Oh, Enforcer! Brutes aren't any fun. Yeah, my weapon skill is so shitty. 201. It's really not that low. Well, it's like 246 is max, and I'm at 201. I'm still doing a lot of glancing blows. And your hit rating, your hit cap with a two-hand weapon is not as high as it is, I think, with a one-hand weapon. I think.
You were screwed.
Yeah, I might be. I clipped my attack. You have to make sure your attack finishes. And you have to keep righteous up as well. There is an add-on called Move Anything in the original, like in World of Warcraft, and I don't know if they say they haven't updated for Classic, but I would love to be able to move my seal to right below my feet and see my seals, that icon right beneath my feet, just so I know exactly when it's coming down, because it's this is the guy I was talking about, the enforcer here. Check this guy out. He attacks a lot faster. Now, if I target myself, sit. We're trying to proc Reckoning, see? And we procced a few. Now, see that we stored a charge, right? So if I target myself, I sit, and I want to stand up at the end of his swing. Sit. Stand up. It's really hard to get it to work. So like right here, I'm not getting any Reckonings, unfortunately. That was a big heal. Anyways, let's just continue to... head back. Oh, sorry. I want to continue to try to level up my two-hand weapon here. Yeah, if only you could get like a two-hand weapon that just had a really high proc rate of something, you know? All right, well, thank you. Yeah, it's hard, Tim Tom. I could sit there and sit and try to time it, and it doesn't really feel like I'm really, like I'm really able to control getting Reckoning charges. Unfortunately. Let's try to continue to level up the two-hand, just because we need to anyway. That hot pink weapon timer, that's gonna piss off a lot of people right there. People are so stupid, people get so, especially, you have all these young kids, they'd be like, oh my god, pink, how could you have pink? That's why I do it. just to irritate him. Because I can, that's why. Because I can. Oh yes, Morpheus, yes. Why is Crusader not up? What the frack? What the frack? Yeah, yeah. I love prop protection. Prop's so much fun. I mean, you just have a lot of variety. I never really use the weapon swing timer much, but for this, I pretty much need it. So, you know, it's pretty useful. You know, once we get to like level 52, then we can do on Gore Crater, and then we can start AoEing like raptors down. We, you know, we'll pull like 3 or 4 raptors, and I think the biggest pull I ever did in private servers in there was I pulled like 9 raptors maybe at once. It's pretty fun killing 9 raptors at once. That's a lot of raptors. Let's see if we can get it. I thought I could get up this hill, and I was right. Is this Skyrim? You're just digging the music, huh? It is Skyrim music, but this, as I'm sure you're well aware, this is World of Warcraft Classic. What are we looking at? 208, two-hand skill? The light, save me. The Skyrim World of Warcraft Classic mod. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta get to bed pretty soon though. What time is it? It's almost 1 a.m. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to hit the sack here in a bit. I don't know. I can't decide whether I should sell the Arcanite Champion or not. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Tim Tom. I love to do, you know, like, unfortunately the Venomhide poison doesn't work like it did in private servers, but I used to have, I had the 6 demon bag. I had the Hammer of the Northern Wind, which is the Frostbolt. I had the Fiery Enchant on it. So I would swing, could proc fire, you know, could shoot a Frostbolt, and then I'd throw my 6 demon bag and shoot lightning out, and then I'd throw dynamite because I'm an engineer. And there was just all sorts of crazy shit going on, you know. Still glancing an awful lot, missing. One thing I don't understand is why am I not seeing my misses? So if I go to events and I go to outgoing player, oh, because I don't have it turned on, maybe that's why. I don't really want to see incoming player misses, so let's go melee misses, no. And outgoing player, I want to see my melee misses. The rest of these are okay. What am I going to do at 60? Well, I'm going to take my time. I'm certainly going to start trying to run, you know, LBRS, UBRS, and gear up as much best I can. I'll go through, you know, get the Onyxia attunement done and try to do some Onyxia runs if I can get enough people in the guild together where we're all at the same level. We'll eventually try to do the Onyxia raid. But yeah, I do want to tank on the Paladin. You know, I do plan on trying to tank Onyxia. And we'll see how it goes. And then if it goes well, then we'll just move on from there. So it's baby steps, you know what I mean? I always try to set like little goals, but I also have, I also have a druid I'm leveling. With the druid, the druid will be resto for raiding, and the priest will be holy for raiding, and then that's really it right now. As far as my biggest plans are really just to get the paladin to 60 and start gearing her up, but also helping gear up other people in the guild. Start tanking for BRD runs, LBRS runs, UBRS runs, and then we'll move on to Skolamons and just kind of go up from there. But yeah, I won't be playing any spec other than protection. Is there a spec other than protection? I don't think so. I don't think so. Did you see that, though, when I proc Reckoning, how the weapon swing timer jumped? Like, normally if it's just one swing, it's, it goes all the way across, but if it's wreck, it resets. It's like, man, he dropped him fast. It, like, resets, and it's like it finishes the swing and gives you, like, another swing. I don't know. I don't understand what Reckoning's doing. I really don't. It's a very odd mechanic.
Lovely. Lovely.
See, but yeah, there I was pretty much weapon swapping. And I think, the mob goes down a lot faster when I do that. But here we're just going to toss in the two-hand weapon and toss up Crusader. $318 damage isn't bad. Now if I try to proc Reckoning on purpose, I will target myself, sit, and then stand up immediately. And see, I did it. See that? The goal is to sit, stop auto attack by targeting yourself, and then immediately before the mob finishes his swing, stand right back up again. That's my understanding of how to force proc Reckoning. And I was able to do it right there, but I'm not sure if that was just blind luck, But that's my understanding of how to, on the Classic, to force a Reckoning proc. Here, I'll try it one more time. Okay, okay, he's going to, it's it. Didn't work. Oh, still didn't work. Yeah, see, so I don't know, man. Strange shit. Do it again. Well, this macro was supposed to work here, but I don't. So I still have it set up correctly. Let's see. Yeah, the one guy, same guy who helped me with this thing that I'm doing right now with the swapping weapons, was said /sit /start attack /stop attack /sit save, and he said basically just keep spamming this, and it should give you the Reckoning stacks, but it wasn't working for me, so I don't know. Let's say I go in here. And he was just basically spamming this over and over again like this. And in his video, he was getting a ton of wrecks, but I'm not. Now, let's try stopping. Yeah, see, I'm not getting any reckonings, and I'm getting critically hit. See, then the minus 73 is a crit against me. And the minus 71, but I'm not getting. There's one reckoning, right? So it's just, obviously doesn't work the way he said it would work. So, yeah, an infinite stars line. Let's head back this way. There's usually some ore nodes over here. And there was an ore node right there, and I ran right by it because I was all tabbed. You're going to turn around, Scorpion, right there, see? There's a bunch of gold nodes on the cliffs here in private servers. Let's see if there's any on this server. Well, you don't really know, other than, I know because I've created a trigger in MSBT, right? So here, so main event extra attack. So when I gain an extra attack, source affiliate unit affiliation is me. So when me gains an extra attack due to reckoning, I'm going to see the words reckoning appear on the screen. So I know when I get reckoning. So, but that's because I set up that trigger. Other than that, you would have to go to your combat log and just look into your combat log. And you'll see here, like, Cute Faith gains 1 extra attacks through reckoning. Mark of the Chosen. Well, this weapon's turned out to be pretty shitty, though. That stun that we were seeing, I'm not getting any of those now. It led us to believe it was a really high internal proc, because it was like we got the stun twice in that turtle in one fight, I think. And since then, I don't even think I've seen it more than maybe once. But at least we verified that the reckoning damage, the reckoning tick can proc the weapon proc. So that's important. Which ad? Oh, MSBT. It's called Mixed Scrolling Battle Text. Right here, Mixed Scrolling Battle Text. It's a great add-on. I mean, I've been using it for a long time. Oh, we're still trying to just, oh, sorry, not raise my skill here with two-handed maces. But look, I'm not getting any stuns. There's Reckoning. Now see, it says 2 hits, see? I did 327 damage there. And of course, you can look at the combat and see that we have, you know, a couple Now here's interesting. Retribution Aura Reckoning. This is what's interesting. This is what I don't understand. We know what melee Reckoning is. We get an extra swing. But what is Retribution Aura Reckoning? What the fuck's that? Very strange. That staff's worth 1.6 gold, so that helps. $299 damage. Blocked. 24 blocked. 344 damage. 306. Now there's a Reckoning proc. Man. Shit. Even with a prop build, guys, I'm killing mobs faster if I just probably use the two-handed weapon. So I think that's something that you might want to try when you're leveling protection. It's something I haven't done a whole lot of. Is carry around a really good two-hand weapon. And if you're just fighting one mob, just use the two-hand weapon. But if you're AoEing, obviously you're fighting like 3 or 4 mobs. If you're fighting more than 2 mobs, probably use your shield and sword. But if you're fighting just one mob, you know, just throw on your two-hand weapon and beat him down. You know, because you can see that with this weapon, I'm hitting these guys pretty hard. Now let me throw on Righteousness. Let's see how I do.
Lovely.
$183. Whiff. Still not showing my melee misses. I'm gonna go Crusader here. I want to see if I can skill up my skill a little bit. Hey Tim, Retribution Reckoning means it procced off it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I figure that's what it means, but it's like... So are we saying that Reckoning could proc an extra melee swing and an extra... Oh, you know what? I think I know what it means. So what it's saying is that it's basically damage that was caused by the extra swing. So I swung with my weapon. I swung my weapon, I hit a mob, right? And then I did my normal, my normal ret aura, or my normal righteousness, right? But that's retribution aura. It still doesn't make sense. Honestly, it's still... Because retribution aura has nothing to do with my swings. There's nothing to do with that. It's just when someone hits me, they take damage. So I still don't understand why, you know. You see that? Did you see that? Did you see the reckoning there? That I actually got 2 swings, right? And each swing proc, since I switched to the two-handed weapon, each of the righteousness ticks were 62, 62. So that was pretty cool. So right here. So I got the extra attack from Reckoning. So I basically hit him for 228 damage plus 124, which is 220 with 120, so it's 350 something. So basically, one swing did 300 and some 50 damage because of the Reckoning proc. So that's pretty cool. That actually means that weapon swapping to the two-hander there gave me an extra 60 some odd damage. So that was pretty cool. Is it built with protection two-hand? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I've never tried it. I've never tried to really use a two-hand a lot with protection. I mean, I've done it, just not a lot, because of the fact that I was doing a lot of AoE pulls, and it didn't make sense when I was pulling multiple mobs. Although you can still get redoubt with no shield, which is really odd to me, but you can. All right. Okay, so here's the sword we want, right? Let's grab this. Oh, I can't even use a two-hand sword. Ha ha. So if you go here, look, I can't even. I have to go learn two-hand swords. But the interest. So I'm gonna Google this and see how often does this proc happen, and how good is it? If it procs pretty frequently and it's good, if it absorbs let's say 200 or 300 damage, then I'll go ahead and equip it and see if and try it out. But if they say if it never procs, it never procs, and when it procs, it doesn't really protect you that much, then I'll probably just sell it. So. Let me grab some. Let me sell some stuff here real quick. Man, that's a nice staff. 16 intellect. That's pretty nice. We'll get that legendary gray item there. Monk staff. This thing's really, really huge. Oh, we're back up to 50 gold, so that's not too bad. What I was going to say is sometimes if you sell stuff here, like food, like this stuff, right? Like the cooked glot. People actually buy this stuff sometimes here in Tenaris a little bit more often because there's so few things in here, and people don't want to spend a lot of money on food from the vendor. So I'll go in here and I'll list this up, and sometimes it sells pretty well. Okay. I'm just kind of screwing around right now. I was playing around with the weapon swapping, which it looks like it works pretty nicely. I'm going to go to sleep here in a minute, but yeah, I mean, tomorrow, I don't see myself doing a lot of quests the next few days because I'm really quested out, and I don't really enjoy quests. I think I want to find a good spot where I can just AoE mobs down and just start doing a lot of AoE. So... I can actually cook red wolf meat, can't I? Here, yeah. See red wolf meat? I can make hot wolf ribs. Can make quite a few things. All right, let's check before I go to bed here. Let's check some of my auctions because I need to recoup some of the money that I blew today. Yeah, see, nothing. Not a damn thing sold. Yeah, people aren't buying my knife and soup as much because it's mostly for raiding. But if you look at auctions, I've got quite a few. Oh, I sold the wild vine for 3.2 gold. But we've got all these auctions, which can add up to quite a bit of money. The grilled squid almost always sells. So that's like 7 gold right there. That usually sells, so I would be shocked if that doesn't sell. The wild vine is man, wild vine always sells. When I list wild vine, it sells every single time. I've not listed wild vine yet that didn't sell, so it's pretty easy to farm too. I don't think I really have anybody else. So, but that's it, guys. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching. I think we learned some cool new things for Protection Paladin, with the weapon swapping. So that's pretty neat. And hey, Tim, Tom, have a good one. Thanks for swinging by. I'll probably stream again tomorrow, maybe, and try to get to level 50. And then I plan on probably just grinding mobs to 52. And then once I'm 52, maybe I'll head back to Searing Gorge and finish those quests out. At 52, it should be a breeze, really. I'm gonna look at the auction house for upgrading my items here, because I really like. If you look at my gear, there's probably a few things I can improve upon. But you know, it's pretty decent gear. I think I still need to improve my cloak. I think I can get a better cloak than this. And I've got a belt already, level 50 belt that I can equip. That's better than this one. These are going to be pretty good for a while, to be honest. And then the trinkets are going to be pretty good all the way till like 54. So I am going to need a new shield in about 3 levels. Around 52, we'll start looking at replacing the shield. So, chest piece I have a hard time replacing just because of, it's just so nice. That heal is just so good. So, anyways, that's it, guys. I'm going to stop the stream now. Everybody have a good one, and I'll see you again next time. Peace out.